Okay, so I logged out, logging back in, did a little research, and I expect a couple of pop-ups. So, yep. What's new? War mode. Islands. Go to Zandalar.
Champions, the hour is at hand. The Alliance shall fall upon our blades as they desperately grasp at our prized Lordaeron Keep. Report to High Overlord Sarfang. Teach them the price of their folly. For the Horde!
You're gonna be waiting a long time, Sylvanas. I'm not exactly eager to go help you right now. Alright, so that's one done. One down, 4 to go.
The wind has whispered.
Looks like you need assistance, my friend.
I think it only costs 50 each. That's good. Okay, so in between, I did a little research. Basically, people are saying, and this was like, you know, it's just kind of a few different sites. Focus on getting the 4 pillars from the 4 starter zones first. Then you are supposed to do Suramar, and apparently you're supposed to do all of it. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be in Suramar forever. And then you are supposed to, I guess, go after Gul'dan, which is then going to prompt the Broken Shore stuff. Or, I mean, I guess it's already available. But that's when you would do the Broken Shore stuff. And then after the Broken Shore stuff and go into Tomb of Sargeras to Fiend Kill Jaden, then you would go to Argus. So I kind of have an idea, recalling when they would release it and people's reactions to certain cutscenes and such. What you're kind of supposed to do. The problem is that that was when it was going live. The problem now is all this being available, like, right at this moment. Like, it's all available right now. That's the issue I'm having here. You know, like the quest over here, uniting the Isles. That's when you do the Broken Shore stuff. So there is a quest that Khadgar has, I guess, that sends me to Suramar for the first portion of that. So, however, I don't know when this right here would take place. When would I do this part here? Because this is going to reveal a certain portion of the story that's kind of important. Right. I don't think this is necessarily supposed to be... It may be done earlier on, just to kind of hint at what's supposed to happen before you actually get to go do it. So I'm hoping this is not a terrible time to do this portion right here. Whoa!
Do not be alarmed, mortal. Your consciousness has been projected to my astral presence in the great dark beyond.
Zira, the Naru.
One of the first Naru to be forged here during the great ordering of the cosmos. You have come to the crucible of all creation in search of answers. Listen then, and find enlightenment.
Alright.
In a time now long past, a great battle was fought that would determine the fate of all worlds. It was in that final battle
I like how my character
the
just floated there.
all-powerful Titan Pantheon fell to one of their own, Sargeras.
Uh-huh.
After the fall, none were left to oppose the will of Sargeras. Unfettered, the Dark Titan and his burning legion would go on to annihilate countless worlds in their burning crusade. From the ashes of those ravaged worlds, survivors arose to stand against the demons. They became known as the Army of the Light. But now, the Golden Army teeters upon the precipice of oblivion as their campaign on Argus nears its terminus. Should they fall, the Legion will initiate a new burning crusade, and with it the cosmos will tremble. I am here now on a mission of desperation. I seek the child of light and shadow, the boy destined to end the Age of Demons. The one called Illidan Stormrage.
Yeah! Illidan, my man. Huh. Well, look who's come back from the dead. Buddy, you've been unconscious for 3 days. I'm sure Khadgar will be relieved that his special pal's awake. Me, on the other hand, I'm still a sea lion. Oh, that is funny. Zira knocked me unconscious for 3 days? Zira, we gotta talk. That's not cool. That is not cool. Alright, let's go let Khadgar know.
Nobody touch it. Not until I
You live. Your champions came to me after they failed to rouse you at your order hall. We brought you here and put you in the infirmary. What happened?
Hail and well met, champion.
Dead? The Titans are dead? Ponders the news for a minute. It explains so much, yet I cannot help but feel an overwhelming sense of sadness. We have been on our own all along. Our gods killed before we were born. As for the Army of the Light and Illidan, I am at a loss. I have never felt so powerless. Illidan is dead, and the Golden Army fights an endless war in our name from across the cosmos. I need a moment. This is too much bad news for an old man to bear. Oh, Khadgar. By the way, Illidan's not dead. He's been just captured this whole time by Maiev. Were you not there at the Black Temple, man? Come on. Khadgar's discovery.
The pain will
Thank you for
subside, champion. You now carry my mark, and through it I am able to see and feel as you do. Return to me when you are able. We have much to do.
Oh boy. I don't know if I like that. For the last 10,000 years, the elven city of Suramar has been sealed in an arcane barrier, much like Dalaran once was. That barrier has come down. Since then, waves of magical energy have been emanating from the city, like ripples in a pond. It was in these waves that I sensed a pattern, a spell encrypted among the chaos. I have recreated the spell here. It's not dangerous, but beyond that, I have no idea what it does. Examine the anomaly in Dalaran.
You are our last best hope.
Ooh, I
Farewell,
think
my
that
friend,
is the
until we
quest
meet
that
again.
sends me to Suramar. Yeah, guess what? We're not ready to do that just yet. We're jumping ahead. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We can't do that. We can't get ahead of ourselves like that. We gotta do stuff in order. The thing is, I don't think I can do this until I unlock world quests. But I have to jump ahead if I want to do that. Well, I'm just going to focus on the Return to the Fireland stuff for the time being. You stay there until I finish with High Mountain. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and untrack this stuff. Yeah, go away. Alright, let's go back to Thunder Totem.
Hello.
So basically, if I want to do this in order for the story, this is why I'm speculating that I'm probably going to end up at Get 120 before I even get to Zandalar. Unless, of course, everything here does not scale up with me now. Like, if the rest of the area does not go up to 120, if it only goes up to 110, then hey, this should be easier than I thought. And I'm not really looking to level to 120. I was just wanting to get to 110 to unlock all the rest of the content, since so much of it was locked off until you got to 110. But I was really wanting to, you know, experience what so many, you know, look at this. Look at this whole area here. Look at all this stuff. Now, it says there are 11 story chapters. I'm hoping that I can just try and focus on that without really, not their last stand, without getting caught up in any side quests and such. I would love to do that. So I could be able to focus on that, and then, I don't know, I guess, oh, the Nighthold. Okay, so this is the raid that features Gul'dan. Yeah, that's why it's in Suramar, because you would do that, you would then do the Nighthold raid in order to then unlock the Broken Shores portion. Sort of. You don't I guess you wouldn't necessarily unlock it, because it's already unlocked, but if you want to do the story in a chronological sense, then that's what you would do. You would do the Suramar story quests, then you would do the Nighthold raid to defeat Gul'dan, which, spoilers, releases Illidan. And then once Illidan is there to help you out, then you would prompt going to the Broken Shores and begin your assault on the Tomb of Sargeras to try and get to kill Jaden and defeat him, which is also a raid. Then once you defeated that raid, you would then go to Argus to begin your campaign there, meet up with Turalyon and Illyria and the Army of the Light and Zira and all that stuff, leading up to the raid, the Antorus raid, which would conclude the Legion expansion. I doubt I'll be able to show you guys the raids here. I don't think getting to 120, even getting to 120 would somehow be enough for, like, my character to solo raids in Legion. I've heard I can be able to solo raids in Warlords, but not Legion. Like, the game's like, slow down there. Let's not get crazy here. I might die here, but fortunately I have my reincarnation ability for my shaman, so... Oh boy. This is a risky idea. Here we go. Yep. Ow. I don't want this little fall to be enough to kill me. Whee. There he is, over there. If I was playing another class, I would have to go to the graveyard. Ignore the chest. Ignore the chest.
I am nervous about entering this place. Best hurry in before they change their mind about allowing me safe passage.
Huh.
I, Navarog, leader of the Stone Dark Drogbar, declare my allegiance to the High Mountain tribe.
She's like, okay.
Together, we are High Mountain!
We shall reclaim the hammer and our lands.
He's dead. Though, that is an advantage I had not expected. Thank you for striking this rare alliance. Journey to Snowblind Mesa.
Together, we are High Mountain.
Alright, so this is gonna lead to us doing a big assault. I guess I'll head upstairs. Oh, made it. Which, once we do that, it'll lead to us going into the dungeon Neltharion's lair in order to get the Pillar of Creation, which is that hammer he's been rocking.
What brings you here?
Alright.
ancestors watch over you.
Lagged there for a second. Ah. That squeaking you're probably hearing in the background is some birds outside my bedroom window. I have the window open to help cool the room down. So yeah, it's a little loud. Sorry. Alright. Well, I wasn't sure how much of the High Mountain story I was going to show you guys, but hey, I guess maybe I'll get to show you some here after all. I mean, this is the final one here. Yeah, there's only one left for High Mountain, so maybe I may as well just show it to you guys. Up to the point where it says, now you have to go to the dungeon. Which I'll have to wait and see if I can play my enhancement or have to switch to Resto. Knowing this game and its Dungeon Finder, it's probably going to end up being Resto. But Resto is actually not so bad now.
Now that we stand united, we turn our eyes to when you face the worlds call to us, and we shall be there. The river
This one,
provides.
these 10. Yep. I hate having to do this now every time. I still don't know what it was that caused it. It used to just automatically track. Now it's just... Now I have to manually do it, otherwise it doesn't show it. And I don't know, like, what it was that caused it, or how to fix it.
Let me hear your bones crunch! Let me hear your bones crunch!
We're taking the mountains!
Speak up. My ears are.
Speak up. My ears are not what they used to be. I'm an old woman who can't hear you very well. That's basically what she just said to me. Haha! Fast Ghost Wolf. Okay. Oh, call the Sky Horn! Aha! Yeah, how about that? Nice! And I skin him for good measure. Spawn of Neuraxis. Oh, the River Main! Yeah! We are fighting together! I have united them into one mighty force. Fist. Boom! The Stone Dog! Get him, boys! Ow! That stun hurt quite a bit. Let's see. Aha, there he is. Hey! Over here. Totems! Oh, you're stunned. And now you're dead. Oh boy. Oh, you respawn fast? I love the paw prints my mount is making in the snow. That's a nice little detail that I hadn't noticed before. That's really, really cute. Look at that.
All of High Mountain stands with you, champion.
Evacuate. Red
High Mountain stands.
That is back over here. What you doing? Get out of here! Evacuate! There's no time left. Run! Alright. Evacuated. What you doing in here?
Greetings, traveler.
There's no time left. Run! Yeah, grab your pet and go. All right, and now up here. Great. We're berserkers. What you doing? Get out of here. Ghost Wolf! I've heard I can become a Ghost Raptor. I need to look up how I can unlock that. Help me fight him! Nice.
You are welcome here, champion.
Defeat
Our
Dargul.
tribes stand as one.
There he is. Hey! Whoa!
Children of the deep, rise and crush these Shanronir.
Well, okay then.
What wind did you ride it on?
Bomb the forces of the Understone Breach.
Remember, most enemies
do it.
forget to look up.
Wait, hold on. Ah, okay. There we go. There's my progress. I was like, where's my progress? Ugh, I gotta manually do it every time. It's so annoying.
I'm outraged.
Oops, wrong one. Oh! Oh, I guess that's it. Ready to turn in, right here. Alright. Assault Dargul the Underking.
Anshe guide you.
There he is.
Come
Coward!
for it.
There is no hole you can hide in that we cannot follow! Thunder King is not
There we go.
getting away. Not this time. We shall
Right.
reclaim the hammer and our lands.
More money. There you go. Ain't no mountain high enough. Recover the hammer of Khazgoroth in the dungeon.
Together, we are High Mountain.
I can go speak with Navarog first, who's actually at the dungeon entrance. Here's a problem that I'm realizing that may happen as I level up here in Legion towards 120. The dungeon or group finder will change what is available for me to queue into as I get to a higher level. After all, it's not like I can select older dungeons at this point. So I may get to a level where it doesn't let me queue into some of the first 4 dungeons. So that could be a problem. There we go. Ugh. This may seem like nothing more than a tiny hole that no army can fit down, but it leads to the very heart lair of Neltharion himself. Within, you shall find yourself behind the main assault force of the Drogbar loyal to Dargrul. Proceed with caution, though, as those that you do find will be more formidable than the Drogbar you have encountered thus far. Good luck, Brule. So here's, of course, the meeting stone. This is the entrance to the dungeon. Some people are going here, like, because they want to meet up and go through this dungeon together. So I'll probably do this off camera. Basically, you go in, you defeat him, you get the hammer, you take it to Dalaran. Mela High Mountain will then show up, thanking you for your help in High Mountain and getting the hammer away from him and saving her people and their tribe. And then you'll get, of course, the prompt, hey, now go do the next beginner zone, which, of course, then will start Stormheim. I'm contemplating whether or not to even show you guys Stormheim. The thing is, I just did not really like it that much. It starts off kind of an interesting way to start. You're on the fleet, and then you get attacked by the Alliance, and then you end up fighting Greymane. But then you crash, and you have to go find a flight point, and it's kind of annoying in that regard. In fact, I think there's something I can get, like a whistle or something that takes me to whatever the nearest flight point is. I may want to get that. And then you get kind of caught up in this quest line involving the Valkyr, the Vikings, Valhalla, and all them. Meanwhile, Sylvanas is doing stuff. There's also a portion I didn't really enjoy where you actually get stuck in Helheim. And you have to finish that zone because you can't just hearth away from it. Nope, you have to finish that portion of the zone and get out of there if you want to go back to this regular portion of the game. So, I don't know. And then you end up seeing this thing with Sylvanas and Greymane, and you feel so disconnected from it because you weren't really involved with it that much at all. It just kind of happened while you were involved with this stuff with the Vikings and the Valkyr, and, you felt more involved with that, where the dungeon ends up being you going to Valhalla and doing a trial of valor for Odin to see if you are worthy. You felt more interested and connected to what Odin and the Vikings and the Valjar were doing, or the Valkyr, whatever it is, than you were with whatever was happening with Sylvanas and Greymane. So it just felt so confusing and just so odd in that zone for me. So, I don't know, I'm contemplating right now actually just doing that whole zone off camera on my own, and I don't know, and then just skipping to possibly Surmar, but at the same time, guys, I don't know what's going to happen with Surmar. I may have to do one of my off-camera characters, like my Warlock maybe, to just check out what it's like, just so I have a better understanding of what I'm supposed to do in terms of story quests and such, before I can before I'm able to show it to you guys. I don't know. While I focus on some of these, like obviously I gotta do these. You know, I gotta take time to do that. So again, don't know when this is gonna continue, but I thought I'd at least show that to you guys. There's also another thing that will pop up with Magni going, "Champion, you have to meet me in Northrend. Something's wrong with Azeroth, and she has to tell me. You know, we have to find out what's wrong, and she's gonna give us a warning." You know, basically setting you up for what's gonna happen in Argus with the stabbing of Silithus by Sargeras. So that's kind of the setup that leads up to what happens at the beginning of Battle for Azeroth. So don't know where we're gonna continue here. Possibly if I am able to get the Firelands portion of the Order Hall campaign, but it may require me to do all the other stuff, the world quests and such. I hope not, because obviously I want to try and do as much of the class Order Hall as I can. Get Rhaegar as my bodyguard instead of Myrla. You know, there's just a number of things that I need to do and still want to do. Who knows how long it's gonna take me. So I hope you guys will stick around to see what happens. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'll try and figure it out as I go along. And yeah, stay tuned.